Do you think there's been a change?
Oh,
recently?
definitely, definitely.
In what way?
I think parts of the lake have opened up more with, you know, as you would expect, there's been more building over the years. And I think some mature trees have obviously gone because that's simply what happens. Trees get over mature and landscapes do change. But I think parts of the lake have become more developed.
The habitat, the whole of the shoreline changed over time, and it wasn't just powerboating or boating. It was, a lot of it was the development. I mean, a huge amount of development. I mean, all in the places that were good for wildlife, obviously, because nobody else wanted them.
Fellfoot itself is just radically changed now. I went there the other day just to refresh some of my memories, and I hardly recognise much of it at all. There are a few trees, landmark trees, which are still there. Most of the big trees have gone. They were big old beech trees. I would imagine old age has probably killed a lot of them. It was,
and of course you could get to all sorts of places that you couldn't get to now because there was nothing like the number of moorings. You know, you could get into Parson White and Lake Gillnets where you couldn't now for moorings, and that's been one of the biggest changes on the lake, actually, the moorings, number of moorings.
How much did it increase?
Massively. When I started the FBA, there'd only be a few dozen moorings. They started putting moorings in what I call the sensitive areas, really. Late 60s. It was enough to do a lot of damage, because they do damage, the moorings.
Where they are now, were there reed beds there before?
Yeah, there were reed beds. Shoreline erosion has increased massively. That's got to be down to boat usage, I would think. I mean, I couldn't tell you, but littorella and stuff like that on the bed of the lake, the scouring effect of moorings, and also the boats being on. When I started as lake warden in '78, so the winter of '78, '79, I went round the lake and I counted the number of boats left on moorings, and there was 18 boats. I've written it down, and it's in the